Attending this presentation, you are open to the truth as it can be known, following in new ideas and actions, making for a better way of life. I'm James Coleman. This is Inner Peace Arts Unscripted. I'm a writer, speaker, and coach on personal development, spirituality, and social change. You can check out my blog, innerpeacearts.wordpress.com, Facebook and Twitter at innerpeacearts1, and email me at innerpeacearts@protonmail.com. Today I'm going to talk about education, which I don't think I've talked about explicitly, but we're just going to see what flows out of this concentration and this filter. I think education should be about creating those aha moments and teaching the student how to create their own aha moments. And those aha moments are going to be born out of the skill of observation and honest observation that breaks things down into its most basic elements according to the scale of what's being observed, right? So if you're studying, car crashes, you're not particularly interested in the, what's happening at a, quantum physics perspective. I mean, you might be, but that's going to be later on down the road, right? I mean, initially you're just going to say, okay, this thing hits this is what happens, right? And then you can delve deeper into it. So education is about how to divide up the world into pieces and distinct areas so that you can come up with useful observations or interpretations and applications. What is all this about? Remember, and this is a fact that has been both enlightening and disturbing at the same time, is that at the end of the day, it's all about feelings and stuff. And as much as we would like to think that there are lofty spiritual goals and desires in mind, it's all driven by feelings and stuff. So I'm not saying there isn't a spiritual life and kind of a otherworldly aspect to this life we live. But here it's about feelings and stuff. And so education should reflect that, right? It should reflect that it's about feelings and stuff. And education should reflect on the truth of the human condition, right? At the end of the day, somebody is willing to kill me for feelings and stuff. And I need to have a way to defend myself against them so that I can enjoy my feelings and stuff. So this is, but really where I want to go with the education is in the observation piece and how important it is to develop observation skills. And I think that, at least I'm seeing from current educational models, that that's not really taught. It's like, okay, we're going to show you how to do this and you just do it. Without a real understanding, without how to see how you can help your mind extend into deeper observations. Like, how do you do that? So if you see one pattern, you say, okay, what does that mean? And then what does that mean? And then what does that mean? And these interpretations actually become observations, right? So the boundary between observation and interpretation is it's based upon the agenda and the scale, right? Because in order to observe, you need to have interpreted some data, right? So my thinking on education is that I'd like to be able to, one, teach more parents on how to observe and interpret so that they can teach the kids how to observe and interpret, and also how to take in the feedback from the kid, because you could presumably be presenting things in a way that they're that it's not helpful to them, and you push and they push back, and so it's important to listen to that pushback. Yeah, education is it is a control device in culture, and until individuals start to understand the power of education and the content, there's not going to be, well, understanding the education and its importance will help to set the direction for how you actually live, right? Because education at the end is about teaching control for feelings and stuff, teaching how to manage feelings and stuff in a social environment, and what are the rules therein that we're going to follow. Education, again, I'm coming back to these basics because it's important. Religion and technology are two fundamentals, right, which are not taught in that way. So in my mind, and this is kind of an extension of the overwhelmed episode that I made, there's really a whole curriculum for education for children that would reflect these ideas, and I'd love to be able to find more partners that will help to make that happen, because we have tons of people who are actually very capable, who are being suppressed for the benefit of a few others. And my position anyway is that there's plenty more, as a different way that we can go about with distributive justice. And I'm going to actually do some searching myself on what's the latest in distributive justice. John Rawls came out with his thing in the 70s. Somebody's had to have made some improvements there, but again, when we look at education as a system, right, the educational system is not designed to free you. It's not designed to create aha moments as soon as possible in your life. And so, like I said in the beginning here, education is about aha moments, teaching you to create aha moments and to create them in yourself, by yourself, so that you and your originality and the original thoughts and contribution that you can make both to yourself and to others can come through. So these are some, not so random thoughts on education, and how I think if we start to think about it in terms of feelings and stuff, in terms of religion and technology, in terms of observation, interpretation, and application, and we think about it in terms of control, if we think about it in terms of agency and freedom, I think we will start to come up with educational models that will, this is the other thing that I wanted to say, that really education is about emergence and about putting things in order so that aha moment is emergent, right? Not only having the aha moment at an individual level, but having that aha moment in a group setting. The classroom is one setting in which that can happen. And there are plenty of other educational settings that obviously don't scale, but will provide better education for those students. So I'll probably talk about emergence later on, but there is a relationship between education and creating that emergent experience, and the order in which the exercises are created, such that there is almost a guarantee of that emergent experience. At the end of the day, there are rules on how to train people, and these rules are being discovered more and more. And I'll do some research and some observation myself and share some of those here at Inner Peace Arts Unscripted. So that's it for today, and I hope that you have a fantastic day. Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'asem lecha shalom. In distinction, thanks be to Stream, in Stream, by Stream. Have a good one.